The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, PRAS, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Rob Ulrich. Great to have you hosting the show.
Oh, it's great to be back.
And you know, this week Chris Souders here from Mercer County. They got one of the top girls basketball teams in the state of Kentucky.
Not only in the nation.
In the nation, one of the top teams in the nation. They're back this year. They're going to be an outstanding team to watch.
It's going to be a challenge to repeat what they did last year.
Yeah, it will be. And Boyle County, we got a feature on the Rebels of Boyle County coming up in our feature segment. Also, our scholar athletes, well, we know where they hail from. They hail from Mercer County. That's right.
So not only they're great basketball players, they're great students.
They're smart in the classroom, too. So we got all that coming up. Also, another Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. And tell us about Mr. Hartzell there.
So Jake Hartzell from UK Sports Medicine is going to talk a little bit about asthma, sports-induced asthma, and how it's related, how it's caused, and how to get over it.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
It's going to be a lot of information.
We're going to delve into that too, I'm sure. Also, we got another, of course, Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down Nicholasville, and we got the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. These highlights brought to you by Game Time here at WKYT, PrepSpin.com.
Lexington is hosting the state championship games for the first time since 1976. Tonight, two traditional powers squaring off at Kroger Field to decide the Class 3A championship, Boyle County and Corbin.
Absolutely. The Rebs going for their 8th title. Red Hounds hunting their 4th or 6th, depending on who you talk to. Opening drive of the game for the Rebels, Reed Lanter on the play action, and he sees a wide open Reese Smith. He brings it in, 38-yard touchdown pass, makes it 7-0 Boyle County. Ensuing drive for Corbin, it's Smith again. This time he intercepts the deflected pass, makes 2 moves, and he is gone.
Broken ankles there.
Unbelievable. 40-yard pick 6. It's 14-0 Rebels. Later in the second quarter, Boyle County leading 21-7 when the Red Hounds quarterback Cameron Sizemore hooks up with Ethan Wine's 17-yard touchdown, 21-14. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Lanter again locking up with his favorite receiver, that's Smith. They do it again. Their 3rd touchdown of the half makes it 27-14. Boyle County at the break. Second half, Corbin quarterback Sizemore. He was under pressure all night long. In the third quarter, throws it to the goal line, but it's intercepted by Reese Smith. Smith with 2 picks in this game. And in the fourth quarter, it's Smith and Lanter hooking up once again. Those two had an exceptional night, and Boyle County does it again. The Rebels win 40-21 to claim their 8th state title. Reese Smith had 3 touchdown catches plus a pick 6 and another interception.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. I want to thank Roberts Insurance. They're out in Richmond, Kentucky. They insure half of this great state of Kentucky. Speaking of this great state, from Mercer County, Chris Souders here with some of his team. And Coach, you've got a fine team coming back this year. What is your task, you think? What is going to be your main task?
Well, I think a lot of people, the target's really big on our back, being that we were the defending state champion. Right. Our schedule is killer. We're playing some nationally ranked teams. And so I think our biggest task is not worrying about how many wins and losses we have, is that I don't want these kids to get caught up in thinking that we've got to do it again, we've got to win every night. So I just want them to relax and have fun and play basketball. And last year they did a great job of that. So I think that's probably our biggest task again, is don't get caught up listening to all this. Let's just go out and play basketball and do what we do.
Yep. Oh, that's great. Coach, tell us about these 3 young ladies you brought with you.
Well, I got Sagan Robbins right here, and Sagan, in my opinion, will be Miss Basketball next year. Just came out, Max Prep. She's preseason All-American. She's been first team All-State the last couple of years. She's our school's all-time leading scorer. U of L commit. actually signee. So Sagan makes us go. We go as Sagan goes, and she's just got such a great work ethic. And so, you know, she's kind of the straw of our team that makes us go. And then we've got Emma Davis. Emma's probably the most versatile kid on our team. She can literally play any spot on the floor. Emma's also instant offense. Emma can score in droves from the three-point line driving. You know, she can just about score from anywhere on the court. And then we got Lexi. Lexi's probably the best three-point shooter I've ever coached. She set a school record last year with 10 threes in a game. You know, she's real hard on herself, thinks every shot's going to go in. So I've gotten to where I expect every shot to go in.
Great shooter mentality right there.
Yes, and she's got short-term memory, which is good.
Oh, yeah. Great.
It's all great shooters have to have that.
That's great.
Well, Sagan, let's start with you as a Miss Basketball candidate this year. You're going to be one of the top players in the state. What will your mindset be going into this season, do you think?
I think regardless of those things, my mindset will probably remain the same. I'm just trying to get better individually and as a team, just to work hard each and every day.
Sure. Now, Emma, what are your team goals for this year?
My team goals for this year is to, of course, win district, and then win region for the 4th year in a row, and then repeat.
Repeat.
Well, Coach mentioned you had 10 threes in a game, so that's phenomenal. What will your goals be, you think, for this season?
I just want to improve in all aspects of the game and help prepare myself for Campbellsville.
That's great. So, Coach, you've got 41 points here left over from last year's state championship team. What can this team accomplish as they move forward?
Well, you know, we've got some voids to fill. We did lose a little bit from last year, but the one thing that I think that is important for us is that I think we can be even better. We've shown that this group is real resilient, and they come to work every day and they stay hungry. So I think that we can actually go down as one of the best teams of all time in Kentucky high school basketball. I know there's been some powerhouses, but in terms of a team, and that's what these kids are, I think we have an opportunity to go to, regardless if we win another championship or not, I think we'll go down as one of the better teams of all time.
It's a great goal.
Sagan, how does that make you feel knowing that you guys could go down as one of the best teams ever?
I think that's a really surreal feeling, just growing up playing with them, and yeah, it's incredible.
Well, Coach, thank you for coming in. We appreciate your time, and good luck this season. I know you're going to have a fine season at Mercer County this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck, girls.
That's Coach Chris Souter, and the Mercer County Titans are not only ranked in the top in the state, they're ranked nationally too. And now we're going to this feature on Boyle County High School.
Hey, this is Parker Panel here from the Scholastic Ball Report, and today I am down in Titletown for Lil P's Pick of the Week. This week I've chosen two of the top running backs in the state of Kentucky. They are known as the dynamic duo. We have Tanner Crawford and Landon Bartleson. Thank you all for being on the show.
Oh, thank you for having us.
All right, so the first question I have for you is for Tanner. And so you all both combined have 2,400 rushing yards this season. How are you able to achieve those numbers?
Well, first, I got to give a big thanks to our offensive linemen. If it wasn't for them, we had no chance of getting those numbers. I mean, if they move people out the way, we hit the holes because, I mean, we're both pretty fast and we make cuts pretty quickly, and we don't let one person bring us down.
Congratulations on all that success.
Thank you.
And your team is 11-1. You face the tough Lexington Catholic tomorrow. What do you think your keys to success will be in tomorrow's game to help you go 12-1?
I feel like we prepared pretty well this week to bring on this team. You know, we still have to respect Lexington Catholic and all because, you know, it's a tough team. But I know since, you know, like seniors, it's their last go around, I just feel like we prepared really well to come into this game to come out on top.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, my last and final question, because our time is running out, what is y'all's favorite pre-game meal? Both of y'all can answer this question.
Ooh. I gotta say Lee's.
Yeah,
Lee's fried chicken.
All right, Lee's fried chicken is good. That's good. I really like it. You like it crispy, crunchy, what is it?
Don't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Whatever it is, Leeds, it's good. Well, thank you all so much for being on the show. Best of luck for the rest of the season. And back to you, Gary.
And welcome back into our most popular segment because it highlights boys and girls doing great things in the classroom with Waveney Brooks from Tates Creek, Gary Ball. And let's start with you, Emmy, if you don't mind. You got a 4.09 GPA, so outstanding job in the classroom. When did these grades become so important to you?
They've always been super important to me. Whenever my grades get down to like 92, 91, I start freaking out a little bit because I hold myself to a pretty high standard.
Yeah.
So Faith, you have a 4.09 GPA and clearly you play for a very good team. What did grades do for your confidence on the court?
Well, I think school and basketball kind of go hand in hand. If I'm performing well in the classroom, I think it translates to the court.
And Coach, these two young ladies have made your job a lot easier there at Mercer County.
Yeah, it sure does, and all our kids have great grades.
Yep.
And and with that being said, I don't have to worry about what's going on in the classroom, and because I know if they're working hard on the court, like Faith says, they go hand in hand. Yep. So with that being said, that I say it all the time, I've got the best kids in school. So the classroom and the court, it's just they're special.
Yep.
And so these two young ladies have kind of set the standard there.
Emmy, you're a senior. What do you think you'll take from your career at Mercer County and beyond?
The head coach at Northern Kentucky, Coach Whitaker, what she liked in me was that she knows that I know how to win. And for all the other girls who are playing college basketball, they also want to, they also know that winning is really important, and so that they know that they can get that out of them.
Faith, Coach mentioned that you're a good shooter, okay, that you're a shooting guard. What do you think your best attribute on the basketball court is?
Well, other than shooting, I feel like I can drive pretty well, and the fact that I'm left-handed I think kind of helps.
Yeah.
So Coach, what do you think these young ladies will accomplish?
Well, I think it's limitless of what they accomplish. They're going to be successful, and we tell them all the time when you're part of a winning culture and things like you've got a leg up in society, because anything now in your job and your field is all about team, and these kids are the ultimate teammates. So it's endless. They got endless possibilities.
And they both already set their sights on Northern Kentucky for Emmy and Cumberland's for
Campbellsville University.
Campbellsville.
Yes.
So they know where they're going. So.
Yes, they both, those are, all these girls have committed to play and signed, and so they have no idea, these colleges don't, what fantastic young ladies are getting.
Well, outstanding. If you'll give me the plaques, we'll pass those down. Each one will get a plaque there from Crown Trophy. If you'll go over there, Ryan will personalize that for you, put your name and school in there. Congratulations for not only being outstanding student athletes, but just great scholars too in the classroom there at Mercer County High School.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's our scholar athletes, and now we're going to this Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
It is time for your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week, and it came from the 3A state title game. Corbin's Cameron Sizemore throwing a bit of a wobbly pass, tipped and picked off by Boyle County's Reese Smith. And look at him make a few moves, and Smith returns it 40 yards for the touchdown, one of his 4 touchdowns on Friday night to help the Rebels capture their 8th state title. An unbelievable play there on defense. Take one more look at it. That's your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome into our UK Sports Medicine segment. Jake Hartzell joins us. First time on the show. Welcome in.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
And tell us, what is asthma?
So asthma is an increased responsiveness in the lungs to a variety of stimuli. This could include pollution in the air, it could include cold, dry air, or it could include exercise or breathing in a lot of air.
Right.
Jake, what's the difference between sports-induced asthma and regular asthma?
Great question. So sports-induced asthma is when you breathe in a lot of air during physical exertion. So when you're playing soccer or running a cross-country meet or something like that. Regular asthma could be triggered by one of the previously mentioned triggers, whether that be air pollution, cold air, anything like that. Now, sports-induced asthma can also be triggered by the addition of those, but primarily it's triggered by the increased air ventilation going into the lungs.
So Jake, talk a little bit about how sports-induced asthma or sports-induced bronchospasm right now is a highly diagnosed symptom of playing in athletics today. Why do you think that that's been diagnosed a lot lately in these kids? And what can a kid do, or what can a student athlete do to help prevent this or help recover from having a sports-induced asthma attack?
Sure. So sports-induced asthma, to cover the first question, it's probably been diagnosed a lot more recently, just due to the fact that there's a lot of family history out there. You know, your chances of having asthma increase when you have a family history or when there's allergies, and it even increases. People have more asthma attacks during allergy-heavy times, whether that be the spring or the fall.
Sure.
Additionally, shoot, what was it?
What can we do to help prevent these episodes of things?
Sure. So the biggest thing is, if you think you have asthma, if you're feeling those symptoms of chest tightness or difficulty breathing during sports or other times, to see your doctor. They'll usually give you an inhaler, and then they might give you an additional medication if the doctor deems it severe enough.
Sure. Okay, so what do you tell a coach in 2017 when a player says, I'm shortness of breath and things like that, and the coach says, you're just out of shape, you need to get back in shape? What do you tell a coach to educate them on those sorts of things that happen?
Well, you need to make sure that they understand that asthma is a serious issue and that it very well could be life-threatening. Now, I think most coaches understand what an asthma attack looks like versus someone being a bit out of breath. You know, if someone is wheezing and coughing and trying to gasp for air and physically cannot get it, then that's a big issue. And as a coach, if you're looking to, you absolutely want your kids to be in as best shape as possible, but you also want them to be safe.
Sure. That's great information. And what makes this so relevant right now is, I mean, there was a Northwestern football player a couple years ago that passed away from an asthma attack.
Absolutely.
So it's real important for these student athletes that do have asthma to have these bronchodilators or these inhalers with them at all times.
Sure.
And great stuff, Jake. Thanks for being with us. Good stuff. That's Jake Hartzell. There's the website and the phone number. Give them a call at UK Sports Medicine. They got the walk-in clinic there. Now we're going to the final highlight package of Game Time, and these highlights brought to you by PrepSpin.com.
We tip off our hoops highlights tonight with a matchup right here in the city. Tate's Creek hosting Henry Clay. The Blue Devils got their student section tonight. The Commodores' Demarius Wilson knocks down an open three-pointer. That's good news. Bad news, though. Well, the Doors were down 68-30. Then out of the trap, Nukankali Lukanga is open for the free throw line jumper. And watch the Devils break the press here to perfection. Results in a Lukanga layup. It was all Henry Clay tonight. 82-37. Keyston Brown had 23 for the Blue Devils. All right, Lafayette visiting Madison Central. The Indians, hey, there's a lot of spirit in the hallway there. The Indians built a big first half lead. Isaiah Kozart crashing the boards. Get this, he finished 1 point shy of a triple-double. 9 points, 11 rebounds, 10 block shots.
Wow.
Lafayette gets a steal. Eric Powell to Devontae Hayes for the layup. He had 13 points. Central would hold their lead. Kenyon McKee dialing it in from distance, and Madison Central able to hold off Lafayette 63-57.
But it wasn't just the boys playing tonight. Switching over to the girls, Tate's Creek taking on Dunbar. And this was Michaela Cecil. It was just her show. Look at this move to the rack. She makes it 21-12 Dunbar. And then in the second period, off the inbound pass, Cecil fires and drains the triple. Dunbar goes on to win it 67-44.
Welcome back in. We're going to wrap it up here. Thanks to our sponsors, all of our sponsors, and thanks to Mercer County High School for being here. How about your model team?
Hey, they won their first game the other night. Good start to the season. Beat a pretty good Washington County team by 4, so good start for sure.
The state football going on.
State football. Lots and lots of people coming to Lexington. Great atmosphere, and it's a lot of great football being played.
Waveney, Tate's Creek took one on the chin the other night.
Yeah.
So you don't want to talk about that too much, do you? Yeah. But as always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see,
keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, PRAS, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.